We're going to break open some new cards today. Well, new for me. Thank you, Zach at the Tiger's Abyss, for selling this at a reasonable price so I could have it. That's nice. So we'll do the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Let's start out with that. Just sort of run through that today. Take a shot at using these wonderful cards. These are really gorgeous cards. Let me turn my light. Turn on my light. Coco Janelle, how are you? Good morning. I'm doing great. I have my coffee. We're going to use some different cards today. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Do a little corner shuffle there and get these cards out and get them shuffled a bit. Start doing some readings. So I already had my coffee. And Shock and Mystify, hello again. Sufleet in Universe, hi, how are you? I'm doing great, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Aman Ahmed, how are you doing? How's it going this morning? Shuffling up some tarot cards and getting ready to go here. All right, let's get the hello thing a little more. Joseph, what's going on? A lot of new people. Lady, welcome back, Lady. Tapo, welcome. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We have 700 videos to choose from. We have Lenormand, we have tarot, we have numerology, we have oracles, we have, I think, over 200 something, maybe 300 readings. And I came up with my own system. Zoe, welcome. So I came up with my own system for reading tarot. So you can go check that out. And it makes tarot reading very easy, actually. So yeah, a lot of easy stuff going on here. You can start reading tarot in about an hour. If you're interested in tarot, check out that. It's called the Complete Tarot Course. And we'll do that. This is the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. We're going to be using that today. And it appears that my camera is going to start doing that weird focus thing again. All right, so let's see. I want to know whether the next guy I get in a relationship will want kids or not, because it's been an issue for me in the past. That's a good question. That's a good question. So let's tackle that question. All right. So is my camera going to do this all day? Let me fix my camera real quick so it doesn't just focus over and over and over again. All right, and we'll go to the properties and we'll turn off that very annoying autofocus. There we go. And then we'll put the gain back down. So apparently I have to reset this, I guess, every time I start the stream, but that's okay. It gives me something to do, I guess. So will the next person in my relationship want children or not? I think that's the question, right? Whether the next guy will want kids. Will the next guy want kids? Because this has been an issue with me in the past. Wow. Yeah, you got to kind of be on the... You have to be on the same page for that one. Otherwise, that'll get messy, right? All right. So let's go for that. So let's see about if the next guy will want kids or not. So again, we're using the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Thank everyone for joining. Natalia, thank you for joining. Coco. Sandra, hey, how are you? And Lady, welcome back. Zoe, good morning to you as well. And we'll grab one more card. All right, so here we go. King of Air and the 10 as well. So let's see what all of this means. Yeah, so it looks like this is going to be an important issue to you in a relationship. It's going to be an important issue to you. As well as the King of Air. You're going to need to communicate this. This is going to be important for the guy that you communicate this, and that's very clear that that's what you want, sort of coming in, so that they're sort of prepared for that, right? The two, I do think that there's a guy that will want kids. I do think there's a relationship that will want kids. However, I think it's going to be after 2020. I think 2020, you may be challenged to find that particular guy that wants kids. So if your question is, will the next guy want kids, I see the next guy may not be keen or may not be just really into the idea. So if that's going to affect your relationship, or if that's going to be something that's important to you, the king of air, it's going to need to be communicated very quickly, right? Very quickly on in the relationship. So you can do that fairly subtly. I mean, Dreams of Gaia Tarot, by the way. You can do that fairly subtly in conversation. You can say, when you meet someone, you're dating someone or whatever. I put this over here so you can see it. So you can meet someone and all that good stuff, and you want to just bring this out in the conversation that the last guy didn't really want kids, and that was going to be important to you. And I have no idea how to do this. The last guy really didn't want kids, and that's going to be important to you and things like that. So it's going to be about the communication, the king of air sort of feeling, that air, that communication, that swords type feeling that you're going to have. So it is going to be a point of conflict for some particular guys. Some guys will not want that relationship. That some guys, it's not that important to them, or they're not at a point in their life where they want that particular thing. They want that particular lifestyle, because a lot of guys want a different lifestyle than would involve kids and whatnot. So again, important to do that. And I don't think in 2020, as far as the cards are concerned, again, I'm just an entertaining reader. As far as the cards are concerned, it looks like 2020 you may not meet a guy that's interested in that, or a guy that's that serious that wants to move forward with that type of lifestyle. So we sort of have that gap within there, the gap within your wishes, their wishes, and getting those synced up. So the Scribe as an end card points to me that after 2020, or sort of after that, after this sort of a period of people that may not want this, I think you'll find someone that does want children, someone that wants that lifestyle, someone that's interested in that, interested in the marriage and long term and things like that. So as far as the cards are concerned, 2020 may be a bit dry as far as what you're wanting, but the key point is to communicate that early. And when you're just having a casual conversation with people, you can be subtle about it and just communicate that. But again, we have that sort of that flame, that conflict maybe that's going to be introduced there, and that could be something that people don't want, or you're going to have a disconnect with that for a bit. So after, just give it some time, make sure you communicate, and then over time, I think that you'll meet someone. As far as the cards are concerned, that's what it says. Hope that helped. Let's see. There's a great lessons. Thanks, great lessons of tarot helped me much with the system. Okay, cool. I'd love to meet someone with a romantic interest this spring. Dark Mansion. Where is my Dark Mansion? Ah, no. Did I put that in the other room? I'm sorry, the Dark Mansion is in the other room. I'm sorry, Zoe, the Dark Mansion is in the other room. But we'll get you something that's not Dark Mansion. How about that? Eddie, I don't know why I left that. I have so many cards here. Let's see. So, will meet romantic interest this spring. We'll meet a romantic interest this spring. We'll check that out. Hey, Diana, how are you? Trinity Faye, hey, I replied to your email. No, you're just a moderator, Trinity. It's just any YouTuber that I know, any people that I know, YouTubers, actual people that I know type thing, I give moderator. So just makes you special. There's no other way to really make you special on the channel other than doing the moderator. So I thought it'd be a way to make some other people special. That's just about it. There's no job or no implied work there. So I replied to your email. All right. Well, I met a guy this spring. Let's check this out. How is Iman's feelings towards Jalila? All right. That's a good one. Go Daddy. All right, Go Daddy. We'll do that one next. That sounds like fun. Will pass judge entry exam. Shall I do it? Well, that sounds fun. Any entry exam. I like exams. I'm a Virgo, so I like exams. I'm like the only one that does probably, but I like it because I have like 22 certifications, technical certifications. So yeah, I like doing that. I like memorizing a large portion of stuff. Oddly, I can memorize a large portion of stuff very quickly. That is my only skill. That is my only skill. All right. Okay. So the question is, will I meet a romantic interest this spring? And it looks like yes. We have the Knight of Wands. We have that Knight of Wands. We have the guy coming in, right? The guy coming in. The Knight of Wands is going to be good. And we have the Knight of Swords on the other end. So I think maybe at the end of this spring, the Knight of Swords, there may be an exit. So you may be looking at a short-term relationship. It's interesting. We have a Knight at the beginning, and then we have a Knight at the end, and we have a lot of stuff in between. So let's talk about that and see how that's going to go. The Knight of Wands, it's going to be an Aries. That's what I'm getting from this. It's going to be an Aries. You're going to meet an Aries. It's going to be a little bit of a younger guy, an Aries. The Knight of Wands is going to be an active Aries, right? And I say that because a lot of Aries like to sort of micromanage things and not be that active, or they like to organize things and maybe not be that active. But this is going to be more active Aries. You could be looking at, I mean, you almost have that Sagittarius type of feel, right? You have that a bit of an active Aries, and the Knight of Wands sort of points to that, right? So we have that fire element. We have the lady looking in the back at this horse, a bunch of activity going on. It's not like a boring card. It's not a card where just a bunch of people are just sitting around, right? So we have the Devil upside down. So the Aries just got out of another relationship. And the Aries relationship that he just got out of, it looks like he was the cause of maybe the relationship ending. So you may want to find out what happened in the previous relationship. That's going to be kind of important. The Devil upside down. So he's turned sort of the Devil upside down. So he is, improving upon things and all that. Brittany, hey, thank you for the $2 donation. When I meet my future husband and his sun sign. Sure, we'll tackle that next. So the Devil upside down means he broke up with a previous relationship, and maybe he wasn't that good in a relationship, or maybe he was not necessarily saying the bad boy, but maybe he was a bit of maybe in the narcissistic side, or maybe he was a bit of arrogant side. And it's sort of a thing that he's sort of working on, and he's trying to improve that, right? Because we have the Queen of Wands upside down. He's trying to improve that. He's learned from that, and so he's making strides. He's getting better at things. And as far as relationships go, I have certain rules about cards with relationships and meeting people. A page would be a brand new person that knows nothing about relationships, and they're terrible at it, right? You've seen those people. They're brand new to relationships. A knight is pretty good at relationships. They've learned their lesson. They've come a long way. And a king is like the very experienced person, very experienced relationship. They know how to keep a relationship going. They know what to do. They know how to make people happy. They know the balancing aspect. So he's sort of in the middle. He has that experience, but he's not yet a king, right? So the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. And the previous relationship went bad. So he's learned from this relationship. The Queen of Wands, he's left a queen sort of on the outs as far as the relationship goes, and he did some heartbreak activity here, right? The Nine of Cups, again, he's recovering from that, and he's making strides. He's making strides slowly. You're going to have to be patient with him as he makes those strides. You're going to have to put up with a few bad behaviors. It is an Aries. I'm not slighting Aries. I love you, Aries. But he does have that feel of he's good at sort of, hurting feelings and whatnot. So just be careful about that and try to see that coming in advance. So I think overall, it's going to be a short-term relationship. We have the Eight of Swords, the relationship, the mirror. You start seeing yourself as a different person, right? You're a different person. You're not this person. You're this person. And the relationship's sort of tanking your happiness, or tanking your love for relationships. And you're just like, but I mean, it's a short-term relationship. You have that nice honeymoon period. It's nice to have a wonderful person sort of in your life and whatnot. But, then as far as the bad things start to build up, and you're just like, I know he's improving, but, overall, I really don't want to put up with this, right? I really don't want to put up with this. I'm becoming a different person, as we see with these cards. I'm becoming a different person. And I think ultimately you end up leaving the relationship. So it's a short-term relationship. Hey, relationships are fun. If you're interested in a short-term relationship, a fun little thing with a younger Aries, then hey, jump in, go for it. Watch out for the bad behavior. Don't put up with the bad behavior. Let them know, hey, that's bad behavior. Don't be doing that. And realize that it could be short-term. It's potentially short-term. So yes, you will find somebody. Let's see. Hopefully that has helped. Let me know if you have any questions. Please tell me if I find Dina. Hey, Dina. I don't think I've seen you before. Hey, Laura, welcome. Thank you. I hope you're doing great, Laura says. Thank you so much. I am doing great. X is Aries with double Scorpio. Ooh, I imagine that was fun. All right. Divine Empress, hello again. It's so good to see you. Brittany, hey, how's it going? Let's see, Brittany Devine. When will I meet my future husband and what is his sun sign? Let's check that out. Let's check that out. All right, so Brittany wants to know, when will I meet? Will I meet my future husband plus sun sign? And we'll do this with the TDM, and I am all excited. If you can't tell, I'm excited about the TDM course. I have it filmed, and we're starting this today. So if you want to read this, so is this confusing to you? Are you a tarot reader and you've been using the Rider-Waite and you're looking at this and you're like, I have no idea what that is? Good news, you're about to learn, because I'm going to teach you the colors. I'm going to teach you the symbolism. We're going to go through each individual card and talk about it. We're going to go over the history. We're going to go over each card and talk about numerology associated with it and all that good stuff. So you're going to learn how to read this exciting deck. And best of all, there's so many of these to choose from. There's a billion of these to choose from. So that is coming today, as well as another stream tonight at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. So be sure to be on my Twitter to find out all of these updates. So when will I meet my future husband? Let's check this out with the TDM. Here we go. Let's see, when we're going to divide. Nope, staying clear. Huh? Would you consider writing an ebook of your tarot system? I already have. My ebook will be included in the book that comes with my deck. So I'm releasing my deck, which is this. This is my deck. I'm releasing it at the end of January in Kickstarter. And the book that comes with this deck will include my entire tarot system and tarot book. So it will be 100-something pages book. It will be huge. And it'll be wire bound, so you can open it flat and lay it on the table and not worry about, trying to hold it open the whole time. And then you can put your cards next to it. So keep an eye out for that. That's coming at the end of January. We'll start the Kickstarter, and you'll be able to get the book. And the book will be cheap. Whatever I'm paying to print the book is what you pay for the book. In other words, if it costs me $10, then you're paying $10 for the book. That's it. So I'm not making any money off the book. I'm making a little money off the cards and the deck, but the actual book, if you want it, I'm making zero money. Whatever it costs me to print it is what you pay. All right, so let's go for this. We have a lot of majors here. We have a lot of, not a lot of majors, but we have a lot of people, right? We have 2 courts and a major. So it's interesting that we're sort of moving into this as far as the pentacles go when we talk about people. It looks like that you're going to meet somebody through work or through the sort of the social gatherings you have that involve money. Right? So the social gatherings you have that involve money is where you're going to meet this particular person. So the person is, when will I meet my future husband and sun sign? So we have 2 minors at the end, 2 minors at the end. So let's go over sort of what this means, right? So we have the 3, and if we're talking about the 3, it's victory. That's the key word that associated with this, victory. And I'll teach this, by the way. This is on the book. I don't have the book with me, but yeah, this is called Victory, right? And the next card is, as far as the cup is concerned, is called Individuality. And individuality is this cup that's in between the other cups, the cups that's trying to find the individuality in it. And we have the 3 and the 4. I think we're talking about, when will you meet your future husband? That's sort of a tricky question, right? Because a lot of men would be a potential future husband. It's not like a restriction, right? Good morning. Hope your finger's better. We're Carlos and Ivo Stable. Thank you, Marilyn. I appreciate it. Yes, my finger. I cut it cutting a strawberry again. So I've changed my strawberry cutting habits. No, actually, that's a terrible story. I was defending myself against a band of ninjas, and the ninjas were attacking, and I got a sword. But thank you. Finger's doing better. We'll do your reading next. So as far as when will I meet my future husband? Again, that's a sort of a trick question. There's a lot of people that could be your future husband. I see that you have two major relationships coming that you can choose from. And I think that you will choose a marriage from one of those potential relationships. One of the relationships is going to be in September of 2020. That's going to be one of the big opportunities, one of the big relationships you have. But at the end of that relationship, it looks like that you're sort of searching for your individuality. In other words, it's almost like that you're trying to adjust to the idea of marriage. It's almost like you're trying to get used to that life, because it's going to be a different thing for you. So the answer to your question is, the best potential relationship you have is someone you're going to meet in September of 2020. So temperance, you need to find that balance between here's what I do on a day-to-day basis and here's what I'll do in a marriage. Does that make sense? So you're going to have to change your lifestyle from plan A, which is what you do now, to plan B, which is going to be a marriage, right? It's going to be a marriage. And you're going to have to get that balancing act and get used to that, because I think that a lot of times we think that a marriage looks like this, but then we get into the marriage and it looks totally different, or it's different in a different way. So the temperance, you're gonna have to find that balance between, am I ready for a long-term marriage relationship? And yes, if I am, then start adjusting your life to that, right? Think, okay, where would I want to live in this marriage? Where would be an ideal place to live? Would I want a different house? Would I want maybe an apartment? Some people get married and they like an apartment because they travel for work or they move a lot or something like that. So get that balance out and get the plan out. This is what I want in a marriage, and sort of list that out. And the next thing is this unification of emotions, or the beginning of the emotions. So again, we're talking about the beginning of emotions. We're talking about a water sign here, right? So look for a water sign. He's going to be a water sign, all right? So the next thing is you need to sort of figure out, as far as earthly things, as far as money is concerned, how you want to adjust to the marriage and sort of make that plan and things like this. So friends are going to be a key component as far as this, and meeting people at work, meeting people through friends are going to be a key component, because it's going to be somebody who may not initially notice you, and you're going to have to sort of, talk to people and introduce yourself and be in that social network in order to find this particular person. So you have a water sign, you have people, you have to go out, you have to be meeting people, and through friends or through a work environment, right, with the pentacle field, through friends, through a work environment, I think you're going to find someone. So it is going to be a king. This is going to be someone who's accustomed to marriage, accustomed to relationships. He's good at relationships, and that's going to be a good thing for you, right? You don't want someone that's like a page who's just going to be just a complete newbie with all sorts of relationships. You want someone that is established with relationships, and that's going to be who your water sign person is. So that's going to be good news. So get the flow down, get your life down, make a list of things that you expect in a marriage partner, make a list of things that you want to do once you're married, and get that sort of nailed down in your mind and let the universe sort of know about that. You're going to meet a water sign, you're going to meet them in September. You're going to sort of struggle with your individuality, right? Individuality, you're going to sort of struggle with that, and you're going to try to find how you fit into this sort of marriage thing that you've gotten into. You're going to have a little bit of difficulty as far as adjustment is concerned. But I think overall it's going to work out, and look for that in September. Let's see. So hopefully that answers that. What blocks do I need to come at the spiritual path? Meet him sooner. Let's see. Marilyn T. Marilyn T wants to know, will Carlos and I have a stable, lasting relationship? Let's check that out. Will Carlos and I have a stable relationship? All right. All right. Now that I've changed my cooking habits, hopefully I never have to do that again. Let's see. All right. Will Carlos and I have a stable relationship? That's a good question. We'll try the Anna K. Tarot. Actually, let's go to the Thoth. Let's go to the Thoth. I love the Thoth. This is my favorite deck, as you can tell by all of the stuff down here. This is my absolute favorite deck, and try that out. Can I meet him sooner? Well, I'm just telling you what the cards say. I mean, it's possible to meet anybody sooner, meet anybody at any time you want. I'm just saying, as far as person goes, a water sign in September is going to be your best bet. It's going to be your best. It's going to be your key. It's going to be your best bet. So that's just the cards. But again, I'm just a random dude reading tarot on the internet. So let's check that out. Let's do the Thoth. So we're answering where Carlos and I have a stable relationship. All right, let's see how Carlos is doing. The sun upside down. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging. I wish the sun wasn't upside down at the end of this spread. Really do. I wish the sun was right side up. Can I fake it? Can I turn it over and say maybe it will be just this amazing thing? Let's see. I mean, I don't know. Let's find out here. We have a lot of activity around here, right? We have a lot of activity. So it looks like that you and Carlos are linked. You and Carlos are linked. And I say that, I mean, that's kind of a generic statement we have here, right? It's a generic statement. We have a lot of cards that are just not good in the spread. But again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just a random man who cuts his fingers while cooking, reading tarot. But we have a link to Carlos. Carlos is linked. In other words, you have that cups link. Okay, see, everything is linked. Everything is moving around. Everything is sort of connected. So you do have a connection to Carlos. So Carlos does have a strong connection to you. As per the book, all of the cups are linked together, flowing together. You have sort of that intuitive, or you have that dynamic, connection to Carlos. So this is going to be a good sign. It's going to be a good sign. So as far as emotions go, he's going to be able to sort of key off. Dina, hey, thank you for the $2 donation. When will I find love and have a family? We'll do that next. I appreciate the donation. So it's good that you and Carlos are linked emotionally. So I don't see anything that would say soulmate, like an emotional soulmate or things like that. If you have an emotional soulmate, you would not be asking me the question. So I assume because you're asking the question, we have a stable relationship, there is, I guess, a bit of that doubt. So yes, you are linked together. So this is sort of that success, right? You're sort of hovering over, you're being given. So if you see my complete Thoth course, you're being given the diamond. The diamond is being lifted. You're being rewarded for something. It's lifted out with the sort of the hovercraft looking. You're being rewarded for this, and because it's upside down, and because we have that I don't know, because we have that sort of that Mars feeling, it seems that the Mars is not yet fully manifested, or the relationship has not gone through certain stages that it needs to go through in order to be successful or to be stable. Does that make sense? So as far as stability is concerned, this is sort of, you're not being rewarded for the linkage or the relationship movement. You're not being fully rewarded for that, as is being upside down, or that's delayed, or there's not that full thing, right? There is, again, a lot of emotional satisfaction within the relationship. So it's a great relationship. You have two wonderful cards that are within the realm of this, especially this one. The wonderful cards that are in here that are pointing to emotion. So if you want emotional satisfaction from a relationship, if you want that emotional connection, if you want a lot of that love, a lot of the good feelings, I think that Carlos is going to be key within that realm, right? There is, again, a bit of a disconnect in a lot of different ways. It's almost like you're putting forth effort into the relationship, but you're not being rewarded, or the reward is not there. So it's like, I'm not saying it's wasted time. I'm saying that there's the feeling of I'm not being sort of rewarded for this, right? Not being sort of rewarded. And there is a bit of a disconnect. So the sun upside down at the end of all of this, the sun upside down at the end of all of this, really sort of means, if you're asking the base question, will Carlos and I have a stable relationship? There's challenges involved here. There's good emotions involved here. There's a disconnect that you need to work on. So you need to work on that. So obviously anything in the future is determined by you. You can work on the relationship and make it more stable. Carlos can make the relationship stable for you, but you both have to sort of be in the pool together and be working together to make that happen. So the sun upside down is not an encouraging card at the end of the reading. It's not an encouraging card at the end of the reading. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you that no, you won't have a stable relationship. I'm just saying that there's a lot of love. There's a lot of emotional satisfaction. You are challenged. You are disconnected. Will this work out where you have a long-term relationship? That's up to Carlos and you, right? So it's going to take some work. It's not an easy street. It's not a freebie. So that's just how the reading goes. And again, that's just how the cards go. So it's going to take some effort. But work on it and let us know if the relationship is stable. And of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just a random dude on YouTube reading cards. So thank you, Dina. When will I find love and a family? All right, so we are coming up on 40 minutes. We'll do two more. Because I already have my course ready. I just need to publish it. So I saved time today. We'll be back at 6:30, by the way. Dina wants to know when I will find love and have a family. All right, let's look at that. Let's see, when will I have love and find a family? Let's find out that question from, what do I want to use for that? I want to use the This Might Hurt Tarot. Here we go, This Might Hurt Tarot. This is perfect. What is Ammon's feeling for Jalila? You said that I'm next. Yep. Going to get you next. Go after this. All right. All right. Let's check this out. Drop a card here and there and everywhere. When will I find love and have a family? All right. Let's check that out. And then we'll do go and then we'll be done. And then we'll be back again. Looks like a lot of delays with that. Why is everything upside down? Queen of Swords. Let's see, the King of Pentacles. It looks like money. Money is sort of an issue in getting this done, or money is sort of an issue. So you've met some guys that have potential, but the guys just didn't work out. So, I mean, you have met guys that have potential, or people that have potential, and it's something where things just didn't work out, and money played a key role in things not working out, or things sort of going awry with these particular relationships. And when will I find love and have a family? It's a matter of finding the right person for that, and you've had issues with that. It could be from money, it could be from travel, because I see sort of the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the King of Pentacles. You've had opportunities, but you sort of just passed some of those opportunities by, and because of good reasons, right? You've had the Ten of Swords, so you've had the relationships that didn't quite work out. You've had potential relationships that you could have worked out, but you sort of passed them up. And it seems that your location, the Wheel of Fortune, your location and your routine could be sort of blocking this movement forward, blocking the movement forward of finding the love and having a family and getting the ideal relationship. So the day-to-day routine is sort of working against you. The Wheel of Fortune is sort of that day-to-day routine, or the cycles of life, or things coming around. So things will come around and you'll have more opportunities, but for right now it looks like that you've had a lot of blockages. One could be your location. You're not finding the type of guy or type of person, you're not finding that key component that you need to have that love and to have those relationships. And a lot of that is, again, based upon money. It's almost like that money is an issue when you have the conflicts. It's almost like your location is an issue. You're not finding the right guys. You're not finding they're not finding the right people. You're not finding the right type of people. And in order to get that done, you're going to have to expand where you are. You have to expand your sort of horizons. You have to expand your location and travel to maybe travel to somewhere else, right? And maybe travel. I don't mean just go to another country or go to another city, but just expand your window of places that you look for matches, right? Zoe Moore, thank you so much for the $1.99. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So you're going to have to expand that. You're going to have to expand what you expect in a person. You have to expand your location and look in different places that you're not looking. Again, you're going to have to work out the money issues. There's something with money, the King of Pentacles, upside down, being there. But you do have more opportunities coming. You do have those, but you're going to have to adjust, and you're going to have to sort of accommodate that. We're going to have to move past some of the previous relationships. And again, your day-to-day routine is what's sort of hindering you in a lot of different ways. So break out of your day-to-day routine. Do things a bit different. Visit some different locations. Visit some different places. Talk to different people and sort of expand that. Get out of that day-to-day routine. I think it'll work out. But the Queen of Swords, you're going to get some communication that's going to lead you to a love and a family. You're going to get more communication coming as far as that's concerned. So that's a positive card at the end of the reading. The Queen of Swords is going to be there. Do I see like this immediate satisfaction, right? Do I see immediate satisfaction? Will I have love and have a family immediately, very soon? I don't see the Lovers. I don't see the Two of Cups. I don't see anything that would, or the Tower, or death followed by something encouraging. I don't see any of that as far as immediate satisfaction, getting it right now, getting it quick. I don't see that. But I do see the Queen of Swords, that you do have an encouragement. You do have communication coming about this. And once you sort of get out of that day-to-day routine and break out of the routine a little bit, once you get whatever issues you have resolved with the money and with the Ace of Pentacles and whatnot, once you move past some of the previous relationships and sort of expand a lot of different things, I think you have some encouragement and you have some good news coming, and some news about a relationship or some communication beginning that will start that love and family connection with someone. So good news. Just a bit of a delay there. Good news and all of that stuff. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, so thank you again, Zoe Moore, for the $1.99. I greatly appreciate it. So Dina had that. Now, let's see. Coco asked a question a while back, and I didn't get to it. And I did say Coco was next. So let's see. Where did Coco go? Is there a list? All right, I'm trying to find. I told you I would get to you next. And this will be the last question. And we'll be back again tonight. And we have some good stuff coming on the channel as well. I don't know who did I promise I would get a reading and all that. Go, Danny, is there a list? Sorry, there is a lot of chat, so I'm scrolling. I don't know where about Oracle deck. Go, Daddy. I know this is the most entertaining part of the stream while I scroll through chat and try to find stuff. That means that I need to start writing things down. So I will do that in the next stream, and I will write this down. Is it Gogo? You said that I'm next. Okay, Gogo Daddy. What is Amon's feelings? So we'll do that, and this will be the last one. Yay, I finally found it. Okay, so Gogo, not Coco. Gogo. Gogo wants to know What is Amon's feelings towards Jalila? Okay. And I think I butchered that spelling. Sorry about that. Let's see. I need one more L, and I will do that. I normally don't do third-party readings. What is Fred's feelings towards Nancy, or what is this, and all that other stuff. So, yeah. All right. So, go. We're doing that right now. So, we're going to use Ciro Marchetti's great tarot. And this is the last question. I appreciate everyone joining today. Watch the channel. Please subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, I have 700 videos to choose from. You'll be able to find a bunch of stuff. And today we're starting the TDM course, Tarot de Marseille. We are starting that course, and that is going to be good news. That is going to be awesome news. I'm using a new presentation software thing that's on the internet website called Canva, and that is going to create some awesome looking stuff. So watch out for that today. So we'll go with Ciro Marchetti's deck. Again, this is the last question. Thanks everyone for joining. Let's see, what is Amon's feelings toward Jalila? The Magician. We're starting out with the Magician. Then we have the Knight of Wands. So we have that feeling of they want to move forward. They want to move forward. The Knight of Wands. Again, the Knight in a relationship is going to be the mid-level relationship, not the newbie, not the expert of a relationship, but the mid-level relationship, a bit of experience. So they have, so Amon's, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Amon's and Jalila. So Amon has a relationship experience. They have that relationship experience. And they're ready to move forward. The Knight of Wands. It's not the Knight of Pentacles, maybe they're stalled. It's the Knight of Wands. They're ready to move forward with a bit of this. Now the Four of Coins, it's a bit about Amon's ability to share, or Amon's ability, for the Four of Coins is, I'm just sort of holding it back. Amon's ability to share is upside down. So a lot of the earthly type things, it could be money, it could be finances, it could be a bunch of different earthly type feelings is turned upside down. In other words, it may be a reluctancy to share things, or maybe a reluctancy to get into a long-term type thing, right? So they have that earthly, maybe a long-term feel. So there is some hesitation. There is some hesitation with the Four of Coins turned upside down. Now the Two of Cups ultimately points me to Amon and Jalila sort of getting together, right? The Two of Cups, it's an amazing, if you have a love question, or you have a love reading, the Two of Cups is so good, right? And followed by the Seven of Cups is so good. So if you want to know about potential relationship between these two people, the Two of Cups and the Seven of Cups rounding the spread out is very encouraging. It's extremely encouraging. In fact, other than the lovers being here, I wouldn't think that you could get a better ending for the spread. So as far as your question, do they want to get together, or will they get together? It's encouraging because you have that lover's card, that Two of Cups, that emotional connection. So there is a potential emotional connection as far as that's concerned. So the Seven of Cups points to emotional choices. One or more parties could have a lot of different emotional choices involved. In other words, they could have either other potential people that they're looking at, or they could have other emotional choices, and that sort of points to the Seven of Cups, right? Emotional choices, different choices of things, and there could be different choices involved here, but looking really good with the Two of Cups on the end. The Knight of Wands, again, you have that mid-level relationship, and you're going to have to, it's looking good as far as moving forward. So Magician, that Amon has all of the tools that he needs. He has all of the expertise that he needs to make this successful. So good news. Magician, excellent. He has all the tools to make this relationship successful. He wants to move forward. The Knight of Wands. The Knight is movement. Wands is action. A movement and an action, and a mid-level relationship going forward, looking good. Going to have to, only downside we have here is the Four of Coins. Going to have the ability to share. Going to have the ability to sort of adjust to the relationship. There's an adjustment in any relationship. You're going to have to, Amon and is going to have to adjust to that for Jalila. But ultimately, Two of Cups, good news. Emotional choices, what could that mean? It could mean that both parties have other options. That could mean that both people want different choices or need to work out the choices that they want to make in the relationship. But overall, that's a good reading. I mean, that's a good set of cards. If you want to know about a good set of cards, that's it. So anyway, that is the readings those are the readings for today. Laura, hey, it's good to have you. So what deck is this? This is Ciro Marchetti's. Ciro Marchetti's Encore Tarot. He just released it, CiroMarchetti.com. All right. I'm good, Laura. Thank you for joining. And I'll be back at 6:30. I'll be back in 11 and a half hours. So join me then at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And we will see you then. Again, please hit like and subscribe. And I greatly appreciate